Hi everyone, welcome back to Casting Vlog and welcome back to another new video. So as you've seen, like 2 months before, I purchased this Hammer Active 2.0 Plus smartwatch. I just like the design, and the brand also said that this is going to be like the gesture controlled smartwatch, so I was curious to buy. And you must have seen my unboxing video before. If you have not, I'm going to give it in the I button so you can go ahead and check that. So this is what the watch looks like. Now this watch has been kind of like my primary daily use watch, and I use it like for almost everything. I'm just wearing this at my home, I'm going to the gym, I'm also wearing this while sleeping. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I did not like about this watch, and then I will also talk about the things that I really liked about this watch as well. So let's start with the things that I liked. So first things first is the design. So this design is unmistakably similar to the Apple Watch Ultra. I really appreciate the Hammer team for how they have were able to manage to cut these bezels and then give it a very clean and an end-to-end resolution of the display, which is a great thing over here. Now the second thing that I would like to talk about is the glass that they have used. So I have often tend to hit my some of my furnitures or the wall, but then this glass really withstand all those impacts, and I have not seen any kind of a scratch or a crack on the screen as well till date. So definitely a good quality glass is what they have given. The next thing that I would like to talk about is the body, or the material that they have used. Now this is a pure metal. It looks like a zinc alloy is what the company calls, and this feels really premium in real if you see the watch from a close. And you also have your normal buttons to click and go to the menu, and then this is your settings, and then you also have an action button on the left of the watch, so you can set this up to set anything. Let's say you want to set it as for your sports mode or any other thing like your stopwatch or calls or anything that you want, you can go ahead and set them. And then this is the band which is provided by Hammer. This is a silicone material, but then this is really soft, and you can wear this watch all day long and this is not going to give you any discomfort. Well, the watch definitely has some weight. The other thing is that the size of the display. So this is a 2.01-inch display. This is a really nice, resolution. So I have kept it on a minimum right now, but then we can change it. So if I have to increase the brightness, so this is the maximum brightness that it goes. And then if I click here, this is really, really bright. So absolutely no problem if you want to see this in bright sunlight. The next thing is the sports and the activity modes and the sleep tracking. So the sleep tracker, as I have used, and I'm also sharing some of the data in the screenshot so you can look into this. All that you have to do is have to wear the watch and just sleep, and then it just detects when your heart rate is below a certain bits per minute, then it starts monitoring that sleep. If I want to show something, so we have the sleep over here, and this is what it shows like. So it does tracks your sleep, and then it also gives you like a day wise chart or statistics of that as well. You can view more details on the app, so I'm going to attach that on the screenshot above as well so you can take a look. The next thing is I really appreciate is for the price. What they have offered is a blood sugar and a blood pressure monitoring system as well. Well, I don't really trust these devices to be used for those kind of purposes. I mean, you should always get these data and the checking done in a testing lab or using like proper medical equipments. But then what they were able to do that is really commendable. So let me show you how this works. So if we go here, and then it has a blood sugar option as well. And the good thing is that if you're not wearing this watch, it's not going to start that process. So it detects if you're wearing the watch, and then it does calculate your blood sugar. And I don't know how they were able to manage that kind of feature in this budget smartwatch, but then it's really great to have over there as well. So the next thing is, of course, they have a blood pressure monitoring as well. So if I have to do that, so this is the blood pressure monitoring, but then it says that, the no wrist is not wearing the watch, so it is not basically reading, and the census did not start. So, but I have tested this. I don't know how accurate is it, but then again, it's good to have a feature, and then maybe it will give some kind of idea or a close proximity to the actual blood pressure or the blood sugar in your body as well. But a smartwatch of this price, and I think they were able to give it, so it's really a shout out to Hammer. Next thing is the activity tracking. So of course, you have all your kinds of sports mode over here, and if you see that this is running, walking, and then they have like 100 plus sports mode, and it just starts instantaneously, and the reading is quite fast as well. And it's not like, I would say, as accurate as the normal Apple Watch, but then this fairly does the job, and I would say it is almost 95% accurate when I compared that with my Apple Watch. So, which is great. Now, this also comes with an SpO2 monitor, and it also has a heart rate monitor as well. So those features are there as well. Now, in terms of the software, if I have to say, well, this is really a fast and quick watch. So I have not seen any kind of lag or anything like that, and I think which is a great thing as well. Now, the next thing I would also like to show something is that they have something called as an altitude pressure measure. So this requires the watch to be paired with the phone initially, and then it just collects some data with related to GPS and your other sensors as well. So, and then it just gives that information. So it says that please connect to the app and enable the GPS location permissions. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Things I did not like: the hypersensitivity of this screen. So there is no way we can control the sensitivity of this screen. What I mean is, if I want to, let's say, just scroll down, I might end up opening a mode. As you saw, like I didn't do anything, I was just scrolling, but then it actually started that particular sport mode as well. So this is something I'm a little bit annoyed with how the touch response is. Now, the other thing is that when you're in a sports mode, let's say I have started this walking mode right now, which got started accidentally. If you want to minimize this sport mode, like in Apple Watch, you can just simply press the side button or the home button, so the activity is still running in the background, but then you can do some other activity for yourself, like you want to check a quick message or something, so you can do, but not on this watch. So there is no way we can come out of this sport mode unless we close or end this sport mode. So if I press this, it will ask me whether you have finished your workout and then you want to end it, then it will allow me to do that. Or if I press the home button, it is not going to do anything as well. So it's not doing anything, not even the side button. So the only option is to press the side button and then end your activity, and then press again the side button to come out, and then you can check out your messages. That's one of the things. And the other thing is that it could be a software glitch. That sometimes I've seen that when I'm running an activity mode, like a running mode or a walking mode, the watch automatically factory resets. What that means is it's not just restarting or rebooting, it is resetting to the factory reset, and it's asking how you normally set your language, and so it just enters that. So I've seen that 3 or 4 times on this watch in the last 2 months. I'm not sure again if the problem is only with this particular unit or this is a common problem with all. Now, the other thing is something I would like to highlight is the text on the watch faces are not very much aligned. So if you see this date and time at the top, they're kind of like getting overlapped on each other as well. So that is one of the problems. Let me focus it so you can see it. So if you see this is a Sunday. It says 25/5 and then the 9:20. So it's kind of like getting overlapped as well. And this problem is with many other watch faces that they are having as well. So that is something you may want to be a little bit disappointed. But then, if I have to talk about the watch faces, not all the watch faces are functional. I mean, in the app they have given like almost more than I think 100 watch faces, but then mostly those watch faces are non-functional, which means it will have the exact kind of the interface as you would have in your original Apple Watch Ultra or on your Apple Watch, but then on your Apple Watch you are actually able to change any of the widgets or complications. You can tap on something and then it will just open while you're on the normal, the watch, the home screen mode. But on this one, it doesn't work. For example, so this is their default watch face, and then this has a compass as well. So if you see it, now if I tap on anything over here, it's not going to work. So it's not working. But then I just have weather, and I think this one is the activity mode. So these things pretty much work as far as I have seen. So let me go back and tap it. So there is the weather, and then there is a this is the sport mode as well, so which is actually working like your activity tracker. So these are some of the issues that I have normally faced while this particular using this watch. And most of the times when, like I was talking about, when the watch gets like factory reset, what that means is that all my activity data and record for that day is kind of like erased and it's no longer there. So I was very disappointed because I had already done about like more than what my daily goal was supposed to be. But then when the watch got reset in the gym while I was working out, I just lost all those data instantly over there. Now, the other thing is about the charging. So this, comes with a magnetic charger, like similar to how you have in your Apple watches. But then the magnet is not very strong, so there is a tendency that that it might just get removed with a little bit of pressure. So the Apple Watch chargers, if you see the original ones, their magnets are very strong, and it just like holds the watch. You can just lift the watch using the charger. That's one of the things. Now, talking about the thermal management of the watch, now the watch gets really hot while charging. So it takes about 2 hours to charge from maybe 10% or 5% to full 100%. The app basically is a third party app. It is not an app that has been developed by Hammer or anything. So that is a app, maybe it's a kind of like a Chinese app that they're using, which is called as an RDFit. But then again, the app definitely has an ad which is running initially when you launch the app, so which is kind of a bit annoying as well. Now, let's talk about one of the major issues that I faced, and I think most of you are going to have this with this watch. That is when you have paired this watch with your phone, and then when you turn on the Bluetooth on your phone, it automatically pairs with the watch, which is fine, which is normally the process we have for the Apple Watch as well. Now, the problem is it just shows like two connections in your Bluetooth. One is the watch itself, which means you can open up the watch app, the RDFit app, and then you can check out the data that's in there, or the after the watch has finished the syncing process, you can go over your data. That's why the app is connected in the first place. Now, like I said, it shows two connections. The second connection is that it automatically gets connected with your phone as a speaker. So if you're playing any music or any videos or anything on your phone, the audio of that is automatically played through the watch's speaker. So it is a bit annoying, and then every time you have to go ahead and disconnect the second connection from your Bluetooth settings. So that is very much annoying. The only way to get rid of that is to remove this device completely and then just pair it or add it back whenever you want to use that RDFit app. So that is something I did not like, and that is a major issue, that the watch automatically gets selected as an output device for your sound or audio from your phone. So these are some of the drawbacks that I found. And then if I just have to talk about the battery life of the watch, now this is currently at, let me just go back and check. So this shows that the battery is at 20%, if you see here. But then the watch basically lasts close to about 2 days minimum. If you're even using it with a pairing mode, I would still say that a 1.5 to 2 days, not more than that. But if you're just using this as a standalone device, then again, you can use this watch for at least 3 days. Now, this also has a sedentary reminder, and this also has a water reminder as well. So, which is really good. And then you can set those settings up in the RDFit app, and you should be good to go. And it will, keep on reminding to you based on the time that you have set and how frequently you want the watch to remind you those as well. Now, about the customer service, if I have to say, because I had to reach out to them for a couple of issues. Like, first issue was when the watch got like a factory reset automatically, which was kind of like really strange to me as to why would it do so. Then I just contacted the brand, and then they said they were really cooperative at that point in time. They said that we can send the watch to them, and then they can either repair or they can get that watch replaced or refund as well. Which is, I think they're trying to do this. They're trying to improve it, and it's fairly a new brand, and they're just trying to get into the market. But this is one of the products I think most people would love to try. So if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments. I read most of your comments and I answer all of them as well. So till then, I will see you on the next one. Please keep subscribing and stay tuned for more interesting contents.
Here's a metaphor